Okay, so we're here with Futbolera jerseys, okay? And they're gonna introduce themselves and what they do. And I see some really cool jerseys here, so.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, my name's Yvette. Futbolera jerseys I go by. I have a rack of jerseys here. I have a total of about 250 in my collection, but this is just like around 15 shirts. We have here different versions of shirts. Mostly player versions, right, which are the versions of jerseys that players use on the field. But we also have some stadium version, and there's also actually one match worn in there. So this is just a small glimpse of my collection, and I've been collecting for like, I would say 2 years now. So it keeps growing, and I collect a variety, but the majority of shirts in my collection are from Liga MX. I have a couple vintage Serie A. Those are really interesting for me. And then just shirts that remind me of when I used to watch soccer growing up, the players that I used to like admire. We have one here, Pavel Pardo, which is signed by him actually. So, this one's really special to me. So those are the types of shirts that I have in my collection, and also just a glimpse of what it is here.
Can you go through your collection and show us a little bit, like every shirt, like the story behind it, and then what got you interested in collecting the jerseys as well?
Okay. So we can start here with this Stuttgart one. This one is it's vintage. I don't remember the year exactly, but Pavel Pardo, he's a Mexican legend midfielder. He was always the one, the go-to before Edson Alvarez, right? So I want to say this is 2006, 7, around that time. This one's special because it's signed, right? It wasn't signed specifically for me, but it has a bunch of, the patches that the players actually use when they play games. So this one is really nice, right? It's not player version, it's stadium version, but of course it's Pavel Pardo, so I had to go for it. And then we have one here, Portland Thorns. I want to say this is 22, 23. This one is player version. There's no actual name set on it, but it's just, classic Portland Thorns, that black and red sort of colorway. So, and you can see, the difference between player version and stadium version in the fabric. This is like breathable fabric, right? We have Nike, so this one's great too. And then Tech Fit Chivas. I want to say this is 2013. Rafa Marquez Lugo. I should have burned it. Funny, I actually had someone else. They're America, but I offered this jersey to them. He's one of my favorite players on Chivas. He always made a difference, on the team. And this is a Tech Fit version. So it's player version, but it's Tech Fit. So it fits tighter on the body. This is what the players used to use for them to be more aerodynamic on the field. And then we have Leones Negros. This one is stadium version. It's Umbro, right? But the colorway for Leones Negros is just so vibrant that it's just, this shirt captivates me. So this is Omar Bravo, which actually another Chivas legend. And so I had to pick this one up. And then we have this one of the more pricey ones, right? But anyone who knows Barca is going to know this shirt. And it has the Ronaldo number 9 name set. So this is classic, and it's special. It has the actually league patch right here. It's small, right? And you'll see the name set is actually printed on. So this is an original from that time. So it's a really special one. Then we have Mexico in pink. This is the one they used for the 2004 Olympics in Athens, I think. And this was their, I want to say, third kit. And you don't see Mexico in pink often, right? So it's.
Can you show us a little bit or tell us a little bit about the design right there?
Yeah. So this has like the Azteca design right there, right? So this was when they were on the world stage. So this screams classic Mexico, right? We see these designs now more frequently in their current shirts, like in the 2022 shirt, right? The green one. So this is just special, right? And they have the colorway. White with green and then pink, and then of course the stitch on Mexico flag. So Atletica too. Atletica was like a classic kit manufacturer. You don't see them nowadays in many kits. Made in Mexico. Yeah, Mexico. And then Andres Guardado was, of course, one of my favorite midfielders of all time in the Mexico national team. So, and he made a difference on the Sevilla team, right? The Betis, they play in Sevilla. So this one is player version. These details are just so nice, right? And they pop out. Just this is the player version, so this is just like the shirts that players used to wear, that they do wear on the field. So this is classic Betis, right? The colorway, but then there's also that touch of royalty, right? Which I think they use this one for the Copa del Rey, yeah, champions. So it has that gold name set. So that's what makes this one really special. And then I also have this Tijuana goalkeeper kit, actually. It's for Cirilo Saucedo. This is a template kit, so it wasn't actually one that they use on the field. But, Tijuana is one of my favorite clubs, and they're just so close to us in San Diego. And then the purple color just stands out, right? And long sleeves are always sort of cherished in the soccer community. So that's that. Then we have Rodolfo Pizarro, Inter Miami. So if y'all remember, he was like their designated player, their first signing. They broke ground with Rodolfo Pizarro. So this is the first shirt that they wore as a team in their inaugural season. You'll see here the inaugural season details. So, it's all in the details with these jerseys. This one is kind of unique, right? Because it sort of reminds me of a football jersey. And not many teams wear black on the field for the reason that, like, they heat up faster and it's not. Yeah, right. Especially in Miami. And so it's not very convenient for the players. But, I mean, Miami did it and it looks great. So this is a player version too.
He's practicing. Bring him over. He'll practice too.
And then we have this one, San Diego Loyal, right? So before San Diego FC, San Diego Loyal, they played in the second division USL. So this one is actually in honor of the Chicano history, something, right? I don't remember exactly, but the color is just amazing, right? We have that light green or lime green with different sort of details, darker green, and then the sponsors too. It really surprised me, Chicano Federation. They're a local organization here in San Diego, so that was one of the things that made this shirt even more special for me, because I was sort of affiliated with them for some time. And so, this screams local to me. So it was just one that I knew I had to pick up instantly.
And then eventually, hopefully, do like an extended so the kids get comfortable.
And then we have Chicharito, right? Manchester United, 2011, I want to say. 2011-2012 season. So, classic Manchester United. And this design, I think for me, is really coveted, right? Because it's that sort of plaid shirt design. It sort of reminds you of that. And in long sleeve, it's a lot more rare, this shirt. So honestly, I've seen this shirt very few times on the market. And definitely one that reminds me of when I used to wake up in the morning, like at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., to watch Manchester United and Chicharo up front. So this one just reminds me of like my childhood. And then, of course, Chicharito name set. I think it's redone, right, because it looks a little newer, but the shirt is original. Not player version, it's stadium version, but super special. And then this one is a recent PSG one, 2024, 25, I would say. I actually picked this one up in France when I went. You'll see the details here. That's the PSG store in France. That's their address. And then, of course, their collaboration with Jordan has just resulted in so many super special pieces. So this one in particular is like really great, right? Because we have that sort of pink colorway, right? These hues on the badges that are really artistic, right? And unique to the team. And then we have Zaire Emery, but I really got this shirt because of the patches. I really appreciate when shirts have a lot of details. So this patch is like adds more value to the shirt, right? I think, in my opinion. And then Messi PSG, right? We all remember Messi in PSG after his time at Barca. Messi number 30. So again, PSG with the Jordan collab. One of the also special shirts. We don't really see PSG in gray often, so this was like a unique sort of change for them. And then these are all special, right? But this is one of the most special ones, I would say, in the collection that I've brought here. This one, it's hard.
Player worn.
Right? Yes, it is. So it's player worn. One of the few player worn shirts that I have in my collection, like verified player worns, right? Because you can have a player worn, but it's sort of sometimes difficult to verify that they're player worn because, like, you have to figure out where they came from and sort of the history of the shirt, and oftentimes it's hard to track that. So you'll see here that this was like in preparation for the 2010 World Cup. And actually these, I was sharing earlier that these quarter sleeve shirts, these weren't sold in stores, right? So you have had to have a special connection to get these types of shirts. So yeah, this is I've gotten confirmation from several other collectors that I know that this is player worn, right? And Efrain Juarez, he's like a staple of the Mexican soccer team defense. He was always on the team, right? So Efrain Juarez, this one is special. And now he's on Pumas, and he actually visited San Diego a couple weeks ago, right? And then another classic kit, right? Vintage T90. This is the Arsenal Highbury kit. We have really special maroon color, right? And this is an anniversary kit. Any Arsenal fan is going to know this kit, right? Because it's special to their history, celebratory to them. So, and in long sleeve, a lot more special. And then we have this Jorge Campos Garces shirt. This one is, I want to say 1999, around there, right? So, Garces, they don't manufacture shirts anymore, but when they did manufacture Mexico shirts, we would often see them like in this special design that only Jorge Campos could pull off, right, on the field, both in the net and outside. So special Jorge Campos shirt, vintage, real vintage. So, and that's all I brought.
Where can we find your page?
So I go by Futbolera Jerseys on Instagram. You can find me there. And I post these jerseys and a lot more that I have in my collection. So that's where you'll be able to find me.
Any future projects you want to share about, or do you want to just keep those secret?
Well, I mean, I'm still growing the collection. This is a sort of passion of mine that I don't see dying down. But I do want to definitely get out more in the community and share these shirts with other people, because as of now, I've been sort of keeping this to myself, right? So I think that'd be really special. So definitely find the time to come out to events like these and others that will give me the opportunity to share them.
Anything else? No?
That'll be it. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.